This is your boy Abram with common knowledge. Let's go. Yeah. Been gone for a minute, but I'm back. Been gone for a minute, now I'm back. I've been gone for 6 months. What's good with y'all, man? No, I say 3 months. Quarter of the year. Been in school. It is summer break. It is July fucking 16th, 2019. I hope everyone had a good 4th of July. I hope everyone had a good fucking week. We do have a lot to talk about. A lot that's been going on within the world. We got motherfuckers wanting to storm Area 51. You know, you got motherfuckers that's gonna get killed. So y'all watch out for that in the news. It's gonna be coming out shortly. Drinking this sugar-free Rockstar, baby. How's everyone out there doing? I hope everyone's having a good time. Like I used to say, and I still say, this is a motherfucking podcast where I share my unpopular opinion, unpopular motherfucking news subjects. I hope everyone's having a great fucking time out there. I hope everyone's having a great motherfucking day. I hope everyone is just, happy to be alive, happy to be breathing, happy to be moving, happy to be grooving. It is a beautiful fucking day in motherfucking Sacramento, California. It is hot as shit out here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna let you know that right motherfucking now. It's like 100 motherfucking degrees, okay? And it's been hot, and my car don't have any motherfucking air conditioning. So I hope you all got your blunts. I hope you all got your bongs. I hope you all got everything that you need to have to smoke with me, because we're going on a journey. Guess what? As well, I dropped my motherfucking album, Three Kings, dropped July 4th. This shit is going crazy, bro. We're getting a lot of good feedback from the people. We're getting a lot of good feedback. So I just want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I really do love all the fans out there that's fucking with me. I only got about 10 of you. But, the people who was listening, I appreciate you. I just want to say thank you for fucking with a loser like me. All right? Like I said, I hope you have your blunts, your bongs, your joints, your smoking devices for marijuana, and we go light the fuck up, and we're gonna smoke, and we're gonna talk shit, and we're gonna smoke some more, and we're gonna talk some more shit. This is a very unique podcast because I do shit my way. This is not Joe Rogan. This is not Joe Budden. This is the Abrams motherfucking Common Knowledge podcast, where you all are exclusive guests that are joining in on my magical journey. I just want to thank you guys. I just want to thank every single one of you. I want to thank you all. Okay. Also, so I want to talk about microaggressions. We need to stop calling everybody guys. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Everybody's not guys. You know what I'm saying? We just need to say, hey, how are you all doing? How's your day going? Stop saying, how are you guys doing? I kind of feel like when you talk like that, that's really, you're not really educated. I know that's kind of fucked up for me to say some shit like that, but I really do feel like that. I feel like we got to start, just taking away these microaggressions. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't really like that shit. We shouldn't just call people what they don't want to be called. So at the same time, we need to say, how you all doing today? How is your day going? So let's just try that out. I think that when you start to notice that you do that, call everybody, hey guys, hey, when do you guys close? When does, you guys will notice that, you all will notice that having that type of energy of calling people what they don't want to be called, you will understand, man, that shit does kind of look nasty. Okay? Let's take a hit. Take a hit with me. Take a hit. I'm smoking on some Wedding Crashers. This is a weed, a new strand that hit the Sacramento streets. It's called Wedding Crashers 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to feel like Cyborg 2.0 after when I smoke this. But this is literally my first blunt of the day. I had to go meet with my counselor. I met with my counselor, got done talking with him. And the dude actually does hip hop. So it was dope because we connected on a whole musical level. You know what I mean? Like he start talking about his son making beats, and then I start talking about that I got an album coming out, and he wanted me to hop on one of his beats. But his son beats, I'm gonna be real, it's not that fresh like that. But I was acting like, ooh, 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 you hear? Ooh, I heard that. I'm just calling shit, man. That bass and da da da. It sounded kind of whack. He was like, yeah, I put the drums, I add the synthesis, and I add the whole percussion, the texture, and all that shit. And it's just like, all right, bro. Like I can tell by you saying texture, that nigga, you're not a real hip hop MC like that, bro. Niggas don't talk about like this ain't no goddamn cake, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you do gotta cook though. You know what I'm talking about? But making music is not no cake, my nigga. It comes from the soul. It comes from your heart. It comes from a place of you wanting to get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. A lot of you niggas don't know how to make genuine, organic motherfucking music, and that's the problem with y'all niggas, bro. You gotta learn how to make music for the people. You gotta learn how to make music for the soul. You gotta learn how to make music for the people. You gotta learn how to make human music. And that's why Kendrick Lamar is so successful, because he knows how to connect with people. He knows how to connect with people. I'm gonna just say that again. And that's why it's important, because when you make music, you gotta learn how to connect with the people. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to this dude. His name is Derek. I forgot his last name, but this nigga got tattoos all over his motherfucking face. He looked like a straight killer, but the nigga is nice. He make good Instagram videos. He's on YouTube, and he really teaches black wealth, bro. This nigga, you feel me? Like, I think that's dope. You feel me? Like, he really teaches black wealth. He has a board game. I forgot bruh's name, but he teaches black wealth, and he loves Nipsey, bro. He made this big ass Nipsey Hustle train, man. R.I.P. to motherfucking Nipsey Hustle, nigga. R.I.P. to the motherfucking greatest rapper, nigga, that we really had the chance to actually be, you know what I'm saying, just to really listen to. You know what I mean? This man was great. This man was somebody who was actually needed in the hip hop community, and I feel like the government assassinated him, bruh. Real talk, with this documentary with Dr. Sebi, and fuck Vlad TV too, because Vlad was disrespecting Dr. Sebi, nigga. All on this shit talking about he had hella baby mamas and hella kids, and he was a bum and he wasn't a doctor and all this type of shit. That type of energy right there, bruh, is not good, my nigga. For like, and then too, for motherfuckers that still goes on this platform, I think you're kind of boosy too. You know what I mean? I think you're a damn fad, bro, on everything, because for a motherfucker to disrespect one of our master teachers like that, and you're still fucking with this nigga platforms, that let me know that you're desperate and you're a fucking loser, bro. You feel me? Period, point blank, nigga. So fuck Vlad TV, my nigga. Straight the fuck up, nigga. All the way. Fuck them niggas, bro. Fuck Vlad TV and his white ass, bro. But anyway, Andrew Yang is running for president in 2020. There's the Democratic fucking poll is astronomically too big. You have, I'm voting for Bernie Sanders, bro. Let's feel the burn. I understand Kamala Harris, whatever, but I know she's the first black woman running. That's cool, but also I want someone who's really for the people, who really wants to make change, and I feel like Bernie Sanders is that motherfucking person to do that shit. So we go feel the burn in 2020. I need all you motherfuckers to go out there immediately to go vote for Bernie motherfucking Sanders, because we need a voice of action. We need a voice for the motherfucking voiceless. We need a voice for the motherfucking people. Okay? And I think Bernie Sanders does that. All the way. So we gonna take a little smoke break. Do 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 do. All right, back to it. Coffee naps are better. Coffee naps are good. So pretty much, if you tired, drink a cup of coffee. Drink a cup of coffee before you go nap, because it takes 20 minutes for it to get in your bloodstreams. Boom. Lay back down or whatever if you're on break, and then instantly it fucking perks up your brain, and the sleep and the caffeine effect, it maximizes your alertness. So once when that sleepiness goes down and that caffeine kicks in, you're alert, you're ready to go, and it's literally um like one of the best things to do. You feel me? I say that it literally perks you up. You know what I'm saying? So if you're at work and you're hella sleepy and you need a little motherfucking energy, drink you a cup of coffee before going to sleep, or smash an energy drink. Try to lay down, and once when you lay down, that motherfucking you go wake up instantly and be awake, like, you know what I mean? So I think that's a little wisdom to you millennials out there. I'm a millennial too. I know when you working, going to school, taking care of kids, sometimes it gets hard. So you need that extra little kick. And this kick will maximize your alertness. Make sure that, coffee is always good anyway. You know what I'm saying? I think if you drink coffee, you drink maybe, if you don't like coffee, drink you some green tea. If you don't like green tea, honestly, bro, I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and sound like, no, oh, I just eat veggies all day, motherfucker. I got a rock star right in front of me right now, sugar-free rock star. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what the fuck you gotta do. You know what I mean? This machine is red 365 24/7 with motherfuckers that are aiming to take you down. You have to be ready at all times to follow your motherfucking dream. I don't give a fuck what time it is. You know what I'm talking about? But you gotta follow your dreams. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep going. You know what I mean? And this is why I'm doing this podcast now. Cause hey, I was working on an album, you know what I mean? I had to take a break from podcasting. Boom, I'm back on podcasting for me. With going to work. This is a lot of shit that you gotta do, you know what I mean? It's like you gotta grind, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep pushing, because it's all on you. It's all on you to succeed. Nobody's gonna come and pull you out of the motherfucking tar pits. You gotta learn how to pull yourself out the tar pits. You gotta learn how to pull yourself up out of destitute and deep darkness. It is up to fucking you. Okay? It is up to you to pull your motherfucking self out. Nobody else. Because if you depend on people, I'm gonna tell you right now, you might just wait 1,000 years for a motherfucker to give you $5 gas. you might wait the next 30 days for a nigga to come and help you to change a flat tire. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Like I tell my kids, it is up to you and you motherfucking alone to make sure that you get the shit done. Don't depend on no motherfucker in the sky. Don't depend on, I'm telling you right now, you can't even depend on Jesus, bruh. I'm gonna just be real, bruh. That's why I'm not a big religious person, because that's the problem. We taught our people to believe in this a magical person, and God is gonna make a way instead of we making a motherfucking way. Excuse me. That's what we gotta do. We gotta learn that it's up to us to push, to motivate, to give our children a map. You see what I'm saying? We gotta give our children a map to just, constantly, we gotta understand that it's up to us to keep our children away from too much screen time on devices. Making sure they're not just playing Xbox 24/7 or PS4 or Nintendo Switch. You have to learn how to maximize your brain in different in different circumstances, right? Okay, you got to teach them how to change a flat tire. You got to teach them how to be responsible. You got to teach them how to feed themselves, how to cook. Shit, you got to really teach them how to bathe, right? Because we come from a place to where, we taught our children and we taught stories and we told stories, and this manifested to become storytelling. This manifested into us being parents and shit like that. So we have to understand that it is up to us. Even starting your day on the internet is damaging your brain. Real talk. You starting your day on the internet is damaging to your brain. You shouldn't even use your device. You shouldn't even use your device in the morning. You need to set aside 20 minutes to fucking meditate, read a book, or do an hour of deep work. That means self-care. What I mean in deep work, as in you're just, maybe just I'm meditating and just trying to get your thoughts together for the week, trying to get your thoughts together for the day, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the world we live in is a motherfucker. This motherfucker will chew and eat you out if you're not ready. This shit will chew you up and spit you out. If you're not ready for this shit, you gotta learn how to tackle this shit head on. You gotta run with the machine. This is what Neo was saying. The red, or Morpheus, he was like the red or the blue pill. What the fuck was the Matrix about? And the Matrix and the Terminator was actually written by a black woman. Okay, the whatever brothers, the Winchcocks or the whatever the fuck the name is, they stole the script because the Terminator and the Matrix was one book. But anyway, it was multiple books, but it was one story. But anyway, what I was saying was that you have to just learn, and you have to understand that. Damn, I lost my goddamn train of thought. What the fuck? Oh yeah, the Matrix, the red or the blue pill, right? When Morpheus was like, "What do you want, the red or the blue pill?" You feel me? And I forgot what he chose, but it's like, this is and he finally woke up. He was birthed and seen that he was birthed in a machine. That this is just a fucking machine. This is what we're fighting against, bro. We're fighting against the Matrix. We're in this shit. We're fighting through this shit because what? Think about it. You have to get up and go to work. Boom. I mean, everybody got to work, but just think about how the process is. Standing up on your feet 9 hours a day, you know, and you're just working. Then you got to go pick your kids up from school. You're doing regular shit, but what I'm trying to say is, you're doing that, right? Just to survive, just to pay rent. But what about your dream? What about your passion? That's what make people great. When you see a lot of these stars, they broke a lot of these. A lot of these motherfuckers be industry plants, but some of these motherfuckers really broke through. You know what I'm saying? From the hard work, like Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy. You know what I'm saying? Angela Yee. I can't really put Angela Yee on there, but I mean, she cool though. I like Angela Yee, but she be kind of bougie sometimes with her shit. But I'm just saying, like, people who, yeah, DJ Envy could definitely be on there. He broke through. You know what I'm saying? And he just he hustled. He got a hustle mentality. You know what I mean? He constantly, you know, got up and really chased after his dreams. Charlamagne the God, the same thing. Yeah, shit, Angela Yee too. She chased after her dreams too, as well, because look at the place where she's at. And I still give big ups to her because, hey, she a black woman in an industry that's predominantly probably a male thing. She's fighting, making sure that she has a podcast on her own thing called Lip Service. So I respect, and she has a juice bar, giving back to her community, hiring teens to work there. That's a beautiful thing for a person to do that. So yeah, she's fighting through the trenches too. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is what you have to do. You have to fight against the motherfucking machine. You have to keep fighting against the machine, and you have to be the Neo in this motherfucker. You have to be Neo, bruh. You have to be the Neo in the motherfucking Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. In the motherfucking Matrix, you gotta keep fighting. You have to keep pushing. You have to believe in yourself. Believe what is right. And and with the homelessness, sometimes I ask myself this. In California, how can California be one of the richest states in the United States, but have the highest homeless rate? It really boggles my mind. You know, how can California have it's so financially, you know, it's expensive as fuck out here. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are paying $1,400, $1,300 for rent. You see, and it's like, why is the homelessness so bad in a state that is so rich? You know, there was an article on the news that said that they are trying to build, I'm sorry, I keep hitting the mic, that they are trying to build tiny homes for the homeless. And I think, honestly, that would be a good idea. Because, I mean, I feel like, even for me, shit, I feel like a house is a fucking need. Like, we need water. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need toilet paper to wipe our ass. Like, I feel like a house is a need. Like, we really need you need a shelter. You need a home. Like, I know for a fact a lot of people's development on how they are as a person and characteristics that they have is found within their home. is found within. Sometimes it's not even about the parents who raised you, because a lot of motherfuckers had pieces of shit parents that became very successful people. So I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that you have to have a home to raise your children, a home to feed them, a home to provide shelter. It shouldn't be kids living in tents, people renting out 8 men tents, 8 people tents to fit their families in. This is a huge issue that that California needs to tackle. This is something that is honestly discouraging. When you see people on the side of the street homeless, you see what I'm saying? Sleeping in the grass, sleeping on the side of the road, sleeping on the sidewalks. It comes to the point to where you have to say, hey, we got to make a change. We have to make a change. As we being constituents of California, we need to say, hey, this homelessness is really out of hand. It's affecting our environment. Shit, when you have needles and shit on the ground, your kids can't play outside. Shit, there was just gunshots, like motherfuckers having a gun war in my motherfucking apartments. Boom, boom, you know. And I called the police, and the lady was like, "Oh, I think it was just gunshots." I mean, she said, "I think it was just fireworks." And as us being a tax, bro, we're taxpayers, okay? We provide the money, the fuel, even the actual fucking car the police drive, because the people who work, we're providing that. We pay taxes. So, therefore, I do have the I have the right to call the police when I feel that I'm not safe. And when you're living in a place where it's constant violence, motherfuckers having shootouts in your motherfucking apartment complex or what have you, you start to really realize and ask yourself, like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? We are living in a place to where we have to guard our children. Look at how the DA was charged not guilty with the killing of fucking Stephon Clark. Okay? The DA decides not to even charge the police that killed this young man holding a cell phone. So you have to understand that the places that we live in is just, you have to understand that you gotta move militant. You have to move in a whole nother you have to move structuredly. You have to move militantly. You have to move like you have a motherfucking purpose. You know what I mean? And honestly, where's Ben Carson? Where's Ben Carson? I thought that Ben Carson was over urban development, right? Ain't this motherfucker supposed to be helping? You know what I'm saying too? So it's a lot of bullshit that's going on within the government, within even local law, local politics, that you must pay attention to. Because if you do not pay attention to it, you would get swept under the rug. Look at the goddamn documentary. And Ava DuVernay, I really thank her for her really I feel like she puts her career on the line making these type of motherfucking stories, because that documentary movie, When They See Us, is really sad, and it shows you how the police and the law and the system of law is broken, and how police could actually lie under federal law. They could actually have that ability to say that, hey, if you just admit to this, you could go home and lie, and they could just say little shit like that, and they could lie to where it's actually legal for them to do that. And this is why you have the police that kill innocent people not getting charged with it, and you have this mentality of us to not call the police when there's fucking shootouts in our apartments where you live at. You see what I'm saying? But you can't think like that. You know what I mean? And that's why I love that TV show Blackish, because Blackish he called the police, but not he didn't call the police to be a snitch. He called the police to make sure that his family was safe. Because at the end of the day, aren't police supposed to make sure that you're safe and you're living safe within your homes because you're paying taxes for these motherfuckers to do that, and you're making sure that they have a job because of you paying taxes. And if everybody didn't work, they wouldn't have a job because they would have to get federal funding, which they do sometimes. But we pay so much taxes to the point to where we're actually giving them a job, because if you're doing a public service, this is something that you have to do. You have to we usually pay taxes into that. So like welfare, when people work, your taxes going towards that. You see what I'm saying? So if a lot of you didn't know that, that's something that you should really think about as well. You know what I mean? Because you are paying for these public services to these people. You are paying for that some way or another. When they're building a new bridge, when they're building a new stadium, trust and believe your taxes is paying for that. So you have to understand that we do have a say if we're paying for fucking something. So always use your power. You know what I'm saying? If you feel unsafe, you got to call the police. If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. Because at the same time, if somebody broke into your home, who would you fucking call? You would have to make a police report. Even if you have insurance, you have to call the police and make a police report so the insurance company could see that you did that, and it's not a job that's set up, because the motherfuckers will rob their own house to get that renter's insurance check. But also, what was a sad story was 100 Ugandan babies dead. 100 beautiful African babies found dead. Renee Bach, a missionary from the U.S., is accused of performing medical procedures and giving treatment to children without medical qualifications. Do you understand this? I need y'all to really pay attention to what the fuck is going on. We have these doctors who are doing fucking pretty much who aren't qualified, right? In Africa, doing fucking procedures that they know that they don't have the business doing, and killing little children. This is something that we gotta and honestly, I didn't hear any Breakfast Club. I didn't hear any news covering this fucking story. You understand? I didn't hear any news covering this story. And this is sad. Now the woman's pro bono initiative and two parents of the children who died are suing the woman. And the Uganda courts wants to shut down her organization. This woman name is Renee Bach. And she's out there performing surgeries on little African babies, and they're dying. I don't hear that in the news. Why don't I hear that in the news? Because what doesn't bleed doesn't lead. And this is something that they've been doing for years. It's just the first time that it's coming out. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is not the first story or the first time you have people doing this. But this just shows you how people are just so negligent on the fact of how they don't really care about anyone's lives. You gotta have empathy. You gotta have understanding. You gotta have love. And I know we all working on that. I know myself, I'm working on that every single day. Even for my wife, even for my kids, even for my family. We're always trying to push to be better than what we were. Having patience. It's hard having patience. It's hard having understanding. I mean, come on, let me just be real. Motherfuckers act like they're perfect. You are not fucking perfect. And you're not supposed to be fucking perfect. We are all work. We are all canvases that are brushing our colors upon this blank picture. And as every day we grow, we're adding on another shades of blue, a shade of purple, a shade of green, a shade of yellow. every day we're adding on a certain color and a certain type of, to make this beautiful picture, to make this beautiful canvas, because we are all beautiful creatures. We are all just learning and just steady growing, and hopefully you are evolving. You are actually growing to become just destined for greatness, destined for great things, destined as in you're finding your purpose in this motherfucking life. We all have a motherfucking purpose, and you, if you're listening to this, you have a purpose. I know life is difficult. Life seems like it's a big bowl of shit. Sometimes it seems like it's a big bowl of shit with piss and rattlesnakes in it. But you gotta learn how to flush that shit down the toilet and make something great of it. I mean, even if you're steady going through a certain depression, anxiety, pain, being molested, being raped, you know? I mean, I hope whoever is experiencing that, I hope you tell someone. I really do hope you tell someone. Tell someone out there, hey, I'm being touched by someone. You know, you gotta learn how to, you know what I'm saying, fight those demons. And if that motherfucker's doing that to you, I hope they fucking die. You see what I'm saying? Because death to all pedophiles, man. Straight up, bro. I'm just being honest. You feel me? You touching a kid, you don't deserve to fucking live. Period, motherfucking point blank. Now, just like R. Kelly, you seen the Homeland Security came and got that motherfucker. They came in all arms, motherfucking all hands on goddamn deck, nigga. They came in motherfucking guns drawn, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Just to get that sick, nasty motherfucker, because there's something wrong with a man that thinks like that. You see what I'm saying? They got his motherfucking ass Homeland motherfucking Security, nigga. They wasn't motherfucking playing, bruh. You feel me? At all, bruh. They wasn't motherfucking playing. They wanted to show you that, hey, I mean, God, it's about time. He's been doing sick shit for years on fucking years. If finally this motherfucker gets caught, you understand? This motherfucker finally gets caught. 76 billion opiate pills. Newly released federal data unmasked the epidemic. America's largest drug company saturated the country with 6 billion oxycodone and hydrocodone pills from 2006 to 2012 as the nation's deadliest drug epidemic spun out of control. According to the previously undisclosed company data released as part of the largest civil action in U.S. history. The information comes from a database maintained by the Drug Enforcement Administration that tracks the path of every single pill sold in the United States. From manufacturers and distributors to pharmacies in every town and city, the data provides an unprecedented look at the surge of legal pain pills that fueled the prescription opioid epidemic, which has resulted in a nearly 100,000 deaths from 2006 to 2012. Just 6 companies distribute 70% of the of the pills during this period. Listen, McKesson Corporation, Walgreens, Cardinal Health, Amerisource Bergen, CVS, and Walmart. They're killing us. According to this analysis of the database by the Washington Post, 3 companies manufacture 88% of the opioids. Spec GX, a subsidiary of the Malin Croc DT, Activist Pharma, and Par Pharmaceutical, a subsidiary of Endo Pharmaceuticals. Purdue Pharma, which the plaintiffs allege sparked the epidemic in the 1990s with its introduction of OxyContin. Its version of oxycodone was ranked from 4th among manufacturers with about 3% of the market. The volume of the pills handled by the company skyrocketed as the epidemic surged, increasing about 51% from $8.4 billion in 2006 to $12.6 billion in 2012. By contrast, doses of morphine, a well-known treatment for severe pain, averaged slightly more than 500 million a year during the period. Bruh, listen. Those 10 companies, along with about a dozen others, are being sued in federal court in Cleveland by nearly 2,000 cities, towns, and counties, alleging that they are considered to flood the nation with opioids. The companies, in turn, have blamed the epidemic on overprescribing by doctors and pharmacies, on customers who abuse the drugs. The companies say they were working to supply the needs of patients with legitimate prescriptions desperate for pain relief. The database reveals what each company knew about the number of pills it was shipping and dispensing, and precisely when they were aware of those volumes year by year, town by town. In case after case, the companies allowed the drugs to reach the streets of the communities, large and small. Despite persistent red flags that those pills were being sold in apparent violation of federal law and diverted to the black market, according to the lawsuits. Plaintiffs have long accused drug manufacturers and wholesalers of fueling the opioid epidemic by producing and distributing billions of pain pills while making billions of dollars. Nigga. So this is just a little, I'm not going to read the whole shit, but this is a long whole article that's really telling you and showing you how they are literally killing the black community. They are literally killing, they're literally distributing 76 billion opiate pills, bro. Opioid pills from 2006 to 2012. And this is why they give this is why I smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is why they're feeding that shit to the people. This is why they're feeding that shit to the people. 76 billion opioid pills. It's truly fucking sad when I read things like this, because it lets you know that they've been doing this shit for years, man. They've been doing the same thing for years, and they're going to continue to do this because these motherfuckers are making billions and billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. Look how they just paid this motherfucker. They paid Ben Simmons. Look, I ain't talking shit, but come on now. Ben Simmons, the 76ers, $242 million to fucking shoot a ball. While there's motherfuckers homeless on the street that can't get a piece of bread out the trash. And this is what they do. You see what I'm saying? They control the people by putting opioid pills in the motherfucking in the small rural communities. You know what I'm saying? And it's it's fucking sickening, man. It's fucking sickening. And it really sickens me to my motherfucking stomach, because it's like they know that, like, you know, you gotta sometimes hold yourself accountable. You gotta hold yourself accountable for the shit that you are doing. You see what I'm saying? It's only, you know, you gotta hold yourself accountable for the evil shit that you are doing. You gotta understand and be like, hey, look, I'm doing something wrong. I'm wrong for this. And I should hold myself accountable. You companies that are doing this to the people that have been doing this for motherfucking years. From 2006 to 2012, 76 billion opioid pills has hit the street. A huge epidemic. This is a huge issue. This is a huge problem. And this is something that cannot be resolved in a day. Okay? This is something that cannot be swept under the rug, because I'm going to tell you something. You have to know that this has caused people to have addiction problems. And do you care? I really don't think you do. But that's why it's going to take more cities. It's going to take more states to say, hey, there is a problem. Because, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a problem in California. You understand? You feel me? But it's a lot of shit that I feel like people should listen to. Go cop that Three Kings for Show by Tassie Wilson and Abramson and Sons. That is a classic motherfucking album. That is a motherfucking classic album. And it's a sad thing because it's a lot of rappers that aren't really doing good, man. We're talking about the dude Tay-K. Pleads guilty to aggravated robbery as capital murder trial begins. The dude, the 19-year-old, has been behind bars since 2017. This is what they're doing, bruh. You got Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner reportedly trying for a second child. That's good, you know. Y'all doing y'all thing, you know what I'm saying? Woman suing Drake says thrown beer bottle cause serious. I ain't trying to laugh. Look. Woman suing Drake says thrown beer bottle caused serious brain injury. Hey, that's kind of fucked up. I don't know. Drake's getting sued. I mean, I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna hurt his ass. Might as well pay her, bro. Freddie Gibbs' new album, Slap. Go check that out, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially the song Crime Pays. You know what I mean? This is your boy Abram, y'all. Look, it's been 43 minutes, it's been 41 minutes, and I know you niggas don't like listening that long. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give it a little length, trying to give it a little something. You know what I mean? But I really thank y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all for listening. I love everyone out there in YouTube land. You know what I mean? Even though YouTube is censoring motherfuckers, I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. They are censoring people. They just took down Bobby Hemmings videos, but then put them back on there with Serious Time Media. But they are censoring people, you know what I mean? They actually took away my whole episode of Common Knowledge, episode 16. So y'all be careful posting shit, saying shit, because they are listening. I'm gonna let you know that right now. They are listening. Be aware. Be aware. Because they are listening to what you're saying. They are listening. Oh, what the fuck? LAPD still investigating Nipsey Hussle alleged gang ties. Listen. The nigga Eric Holder did it, but it was an assassination. I believe it just like that. So RIP to my nigga, Nipsey motherfucking Hussle. Alright? Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City now shares Eminem Billboard's record. Kendrick Lamar's 2012 sophomore album, Good Kid, Mad City, has apparently tied a Billboard record belonging to Eminem. On Monday, July 15th, chart data fired off a tweet proclaiming Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City now has spent 350 weeks on the Billboard 200. It joins the Eminem Show as the only hip-hop studio album to reach this milestone. Good Kid, Mad City has now spent 350 weeks on the Billboard 200. It joins the Eminem Show as the only hip-hop studio album to reach this milestone. Wow. Congratulations to you, my nigga. This is your boy Abram. I'm signing off. You feel me? Shout out to my beautiful kids. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Deja. If you need any makeup done, follow Divine Beauty. I think that's it. But look, anyway, you get to me, you feel me, and I hook you up, my nigga. I just hope all you out there just be safe, my G. Just be fucking safe out there, bro. You know, this shit is crazy, my nigga. This shit is crazy. Just be safe. You know, like I said, sometimes you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. You feel me? Like, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready at all times. You have to be ready. You know what I mean? Because you don't know if today's gonna be your last day. You don't know if it's going to be, you know, you gotta understand that your life is never promised. You know, you gotta understand that you gotta be thankful for life, thankful for the people around you. That's the problem. Motherfuckers is too worried about that Instagram shit. You know what I'm saying? Too ready for just that instant gratification. Be happy with what you got right now. Be happy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, You gotta understand that life is too short. Life is too short for you to complain. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that. You gotta love yourself.